On this episode of Eat, Sleep, Drive, it's a case of expectation versus reality. Yeah! When I try and learn how to drift my budget FRS. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Eat, Sleep, Drive. Now, the whole reason I put these ugly wheels and tires on my car is because I signed up for a drift event in Dayton, Ohio at Killcare Raceway, put on by Drift Indy. They're a pretty big drift organization in the Midwest area, and they have a drift clinic, so they're going to teach me how to drift. So why don't you guys come along for the ride? It's about a 50-mile drive there, and then we get to burn these tires off. If you've seen the video where I went and bought this car, you'll know it was the cheapest FRS in the country. The main reason I wanted to buy one so cheap and one that already had cosmetic issues is so that I could sign up for events like this and not be worried about hitting cones, scratching, or denting the car. I've found that for me, I learn a lot more when I'm not worried about messing up a pristine car. And as you'll see, drifting can be pretty rough on a car. Okay, so we made it to Killcare Raceway, and I'll give you guys just a quick go around 360 here. This is a cool little track. Like, I don't know what it was originally, just like some sort of oval where they did like oval racing or what the deal was, but Drift Indy is pretty much the main people that like have events here anymore, at least for drifting. But it's like a cool little thing. Like, it's got a little more than just your standard big ass parking lot autocross style drift course. So that should be pretty cool. I know nothing about drifting really, to be honest. And the whole point of this is a drift clinic. So Reese Martin, I don't know, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. He is a dude from Club Loose out on the East Coast, big name drifter. He's here to basically teach us how to drift. Now, well, teach me how to drift. There's a bunch of guys here who already know how to drift, and they're just here to hone their skills. So we're about to have a driver's meeting. Let's see what we can get into. At the driver's meeting, they split us into two groups, beginner and advanced. Reese took myself and the rest of the beginners to start working on the basics. First, we would do a donut around a cone, and then eventually link them into a figure eight.
So what you're going to do here is you're going to rev up the car. You're going to put the clutch in, rev up the car. When you drop the clutch and you feel the rear end kick out, you're going to let go of the steering wheel, but you're not going to come off the throttle.
Okay.
You always want to stay above 60% throttle when you're doing this exercise.
Okay.
All right. So let me back up a little bit here. That looked real good. So let's try it up again. Good. You see how like you were kind of playing with it a little bit, like, all right, cool, if I do things. So like, yeah, keep that fresh in mind. All right, we're gonna let it chill for a second. I'm gonna have the other guy come out, and then we're gonna start from there again.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
I was having an issue where, despite long pressing traction control and thinking that it was off, the car was still occasionally intervening and applying brakes in certain scenarios. This is when I found out turning off traction control in an FRS really doesn't turn it off. Pro tip for all you FRS and BRZ owners, Google the pedal dance. It feels like a Nintendo cheat code, but basically you have to turn on the car and do a combination of pushing the brakes and pulling the e-brake in a certain sequence. Only then will all driver aids truly be off. Shortly after that, I finally started putting figure eights together. right, so just taking a break here, letting the car cool down. You know, once you do a couple of those sessions where you're just kind of going round and around, the car gets super hot, not a lot of airflow, and I think it pulls timing because it just doesn't seem to have as much power. Not that you need a lot of power to do a figure eight, but regardless, it's super fun just to do a figure eight. Like, obviously you do this in a parking lot, they're gonna call the cops. It's nice to have a place to do that. All these other cars are much better than me. They've already graduated to doing like the full course, like this BMW. Probably do 1 or 2 more sessions of the figure eight, work on my transitions, try and get that locked in, and then once I'm done, once I have that reliably locked in, then I'll give the full course a go. It's a little bit intimidating, but I mean, that's what we're here for, so we'll go give it a shot. The big course was a combination of the oval and the infield, and here's what it's supposed to look like. And here's what my first attempt looked like. I only got one run in before we took a break for lunch. But it was good timing though, because some of us had to replace tires that had certainly seen better days. With lunch over, it was time to hit the track again and give the big course another go. Unfortunately, I kept failing, failing,
almost had it, son of a bitch,
and failing.
Yeah!
Huge shout out to Reese and Dan, who were the ones who put on this event. Despite me continuing to screw up, they stayed positive and continued to coach me through. I decided to take a break for a minute since I was getting frustrated from constantly spinning out. This was probably the best thing that happened to me all day, however, because no sooner did I pull into the pits did I see Alan with his RB26 swap 240 suiting up. I begged him for a ride along and he was happy to oblige. So much, Alan, for taking me out. This is the Warrior Racing. They're out of Dayton, Ohio, shop car, and he was kind enough to take me out. The car is sick. It's got an RB26 swap, and it's on twin. It's still got twin turbos, which a lot of people convert them to singles. But the car rips. Like, that's my first experience in what you could call a pro car for sure. And Alan rips. That was sick. Just being that sideways, going that fast. It's a different experience. If you could get in a proper drift car, even as a passenger, do it. Inspired by Alan's run, and with some final coaching from Reese, I finally put together a decent run to end the day.
Damn, that is so fun. My adrenaline is flowing. Woo!
Now that was by no means a good run in the grand scheme of drifting, but considering where I started from that day, which was nothing, I was pretty happy to end on that note, and I'm already looking forward to the next event. Alright guys, that's it from Killcare. Had a really fun event here, thanks to Drift Indy, thanks to Reese, thanks to Dan. Awesome instruction, awesome event. It was super fun going from not being able to drift at all to sort of being able to drift. Still have so much to learn obviously, but it was a ton of fun. The car held up great. I got a couple more like pieces of rash on here, as if it wasn't already messed up enough, but that's why you buy the cheapest FRS in the country, right? So if you want to follow me in between episodes, check me out on Instagram at Eat Sleep Drive TV. And now we can pan over here at this Z32. This is my friend Adam's car, and this will be in a future episode. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that review, and thanks for watching. See ya.
Okay, so I have the instructions for the pedal dance. Let's see if we can do this here. It says turn the car on, pull the e-brake 3 times, 1, 2, 3. On the third one, hold the brake. Press the brake pedal 3 times, 1, 2, 3, hold it down. Pull the handbrake 3 more times, 1, 2, 3. Press the brake 2 more times. Unfortunately, it comes back on every single time you turn the car off and turn it back on.
No, 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 no.